We can walk and talk. I know you're trying to get out of here, so we'll walk with you. But the last time we talked, we talked about the Bilderberg group, and you said you would look down. I don't know if you need help.
We should do okay.
But I don't know if you gotten the chance to do that yet or not.
I'm sorry, do what?
Look up the Bilderberg group?
No. Called Bilderberg?
Bilderberg, yes. If you get a chance,
how's the catering there?
I don't know. It's top secret. Secret Service at my 5.
If they're the 0.0001%, the catering's got to be awesome.
It really does. Check out the Bilderberg if you get a chance.
I will check it out. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for telling me
so much for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, we talked about it before, but one thing I wanted to bring up to you. Yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to bring up to you is to clear some of the news reports. I know old news reports have been coming back about a security guard you had that was caught with a gun, and I wanted to say,
I'm so glad you've asked that.
I respect.
I know. Yeah.
It's an old article. I respect your right to protect yourself.
Yeah, sure.
But you have been making arguments that people should not be able to have that same right.
Yes.
And I was wondering.
That story came out. I remember that next day, and I'm going, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Because this guy, anyways, he was working actually for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and was on his way to California to protect Schwarzenegger. How I got in that, I have no idea.
And then we see
other than maybe he worked for security companies that like Miramax or others had hired, because the studios always hire security for your premieres, for your events, for things, and so those guys are always around. But no, that guy did not work for me, but I had to investigate this because it was weird. I hear that I hear this weird stuff. I hear this weird, like I used to. Another thing, I think this is just propaganda that is put out by the right, by Fox News, whatever. Another thing, I get letters from the right about, oh, you owned shares of Halliburton, and I'm like, wow, that is intense. That's intense lying, because it's so specific.
I'm very happy you brought it up to clear it up, because there's a lot of disinformation. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things. Just one last thing. What do you have to say to people who are for the Second Amendment, who say they need it because they want to protect themselves, because criminals will always have guns, like in the case of Mexico? What do you say to people on that stance?
There's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment. As written and as intended at that time, I think everybody has a right to own a musket.
But should we have a gun to defend ourselves, since criminals always find a way to have guns, like in Mexico? That's the argument that's being made.
I think if somebody really believes they need a gun to protect themselves, they should have the right to do that. But I can show you the statistics that by having a gun in the house, how many more times likely someone in the house is likely to be harmed by that gun or use that gun for suicide. It's much, much higher. And if you are worried about your safety, get a dog.
What do you think about Occupy Bilderberg?
Occupy what?
Bilderberg.
What is that?
Bilderberg is a secret 0.0.
My name is Joseph Lazito. On February 12, 2011, my life was changed forever. It happened on the subway just like this. I got up that morning. It was like any other morning. I get on the train. I enter the train. I come